Alright, this is the next step on how to solve the Rubik's Revenge. At this point, you should have opposite sides, your green and blue sides, almost completely done. Alright, I said I wanted to go over one possibility that could happen when you're solving your blue side. Right now for your green, you should have 3 of the edges done, and your centers, along with all your corners. And for blue, we should be working on the last one. You should know about what's called the keyhole. I think that's what I called it in the last one. Basically everything has to pass through these 2 points. Alright? And there was one position that I didn't explain that I couldn't get into. I finally got it. Basically you come into this position where basically you have one piece left on your blue side, one edge piece left to get in. But its location is directly under this blue edge piece, like you can see right here. So basically, there's no way to get it out without moving this piece. Alright, so you gotta find a way to get this piece up here. Now, the only real way to do that is you're going to have to dislodge this piece that you put in. Alright, so what you're gonna do is you can twist the side down, twist the center layer twice, and twist it back up. Now, as you can see, I've got the 2 edges right here, and from there, I can solve each of them and put them into place. That's one. Remember, always line up the bottom so you don't disturb any of your green pieces. Okay. So now you should have your blue side completely done. If there's any situations I forgot, please ask for them and I'll tell you what to do. So you should have your blue side completely done and your green side all except for these 2 done. Alright. Now, most likely you're not going to get into the position I did. I got lucky. Where basically, I have my 2 green edges. I can pair them up like this. Right? One on top of the other within the middle layers. Okay? The next step is going to be getting these 2 pieces down here without disturbing the blue layer. Alright? If you get lucky like me, you're going to be able to do this. Alright? Most likely you're not going to be able to do that. Some possibilities that can happen. Hold on. Huh. This could take a while. This is kind of annoying, but alright, I can't figure out how to get into that position, but sometimes you'll end up in a position where basically you have both your pieces on the middle layer. Kind of like, there we go, I got it. You'll end up in a position like this. Sorry it took so long, but you'll end up in a position where both your pieces are on the middle layer, or on the same layer. Okay? They may not be in this position, this piece could be over here, they could be flipped differently. Whatever, the point is that they both will be on the same layer. In order to fix this problem, all you have to do is take one of the sides, like the right, like I have them on the left and right sides right here. Twist the right side twice. At this point, now you can see your piece is on a different layer, and all you have to do, twist it twice, and twist it like that, and your pieces are lined up. Other positions that you could run into. It's going to be really hard to set up, so I'm not going to set it up. I'm just going to explain it. You may end up with your green pieces down here already. You have to make sure both of your green, either both your green pieces are either up here or down here. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you have only one of the pieces solved down here, you have to get rid of it. You can't have any. Alright? If you have a piece flipped, you have to get rid of it. No matter what happens, you have to make sure there's no solved pieces here. If there is even a solved piece or just a piece with green on it in one of these 2 locations, it's going to be really hard to set up, so I'm not going to do it. What you're going to do, you twist your side down, you dislodge the piece, and then you twist it back up. Solve your blue side again, and then your green pieces should be out. I'm sorry this is really hard to explain and set up, so... But basically, get your green pieces out of here and resolve your blue side every time that happens, okay? And get into a position like me where you have your 2 green edge pieces together. You're going to make sure your green edge pieces are on the front like this. It can be on the left side, or they can be on the right side. It does not matter, just as long as your pieces are grouped together. Alright? It doesn't matter how your top face is placed right now. It could be like this, whatever. But your bottom face, the D face, you have to make sure that on the front side of the D face, or the D side of the front face, kind of hard to explain, is your unsolved edge. So basically, either you're going to turn it clockwise or counterclockwise, and basically, that's where your pieces need to go. Alright? Now, this technically is an algorithm, but it's pretty easy to explain without having to write it down, so I'm just going to go through this. Alright? Now, depending on which side you have your greens on, depends on what you do. Okay? First step. You're going to take the 2 center layers and twist them down. Okay? So you should have this. Okay? Make sure you're still facing these 2 center layers. Once again, just twist, have it like this. There's your 2 center layers down, so you should have your green edge pieces here, and 2 layers of blue right here. Now you're going to twist the front, but it depends on where your green pieces are. Alright? If your green pieces are on the right side, right here, like your green edge pieces that you're trying to place, you're going to turn the front clockwise. Alright? If your green pieces are on the left side here, you're going to twist it counterclockwise. Basically, whichever side they're on, twist the front face in that direction. Okay? Next, twist your 2 middle layers back up. So you're basically, what you've done, or like what I've done, just going to go through this again. 2 center layers down, front layer, 2 center layers back up. So you should have this on the top, depending on if you turn it counterclockwise or clockwise on the front, and this should be on your front. Okay? At this point, twist the front layers twice. Alright, so now your green is down here. Center layer, twist your 2 center layers down. Now, you have to turn it either the front layer, you're going to either turn it clockwise or counterclockwise. Once again, depending on where your green edge piece was. The green edge piece for me was on the right side, so I'm going to twist it clockwise. If it was on the left side for you, you twist it counterclockwise. It has to do with where they were originally, like when you first started this algorithm. And then twist your 2 center layers back up. Alright? If you really did have a problem with that, just post a comment. I will try to write a better explanation on it. It's just incredibly hard to explain it. So right now, you should have your blue side completely done, and your green side completely done. Your 2 middle layers are going to be all messed up at this point, of course. Alright, and the next thing that you're going to learn to do is solve your edges. Okay? Now, when you go to solve edges, you're going to solve the remaining edges. When you go to solve them, we have to solve the edges one slice at a time. Okay? Like, I can't solve 2 of the edges on this slice, solve an edge on this slice, then an edge on that one, whatever. You can't do that. You have to solve all 4 on this slice, and then all 4 on this slice. So you have to make sure that you do that. You can't go back and forth until... You can't go to one slice until the other slice is done. So here's what you're going to do. On the left face, you're going to twist your slice until you come to a position like me. Alright? You're going to twist the left slice right here until you come into basically this position. Where basically your edge piece right here, if you look at it from the front face, sorry, I'm explaining this wrong. This edge piece, one edge piece, needs to be solved. If you can't twist this slice and find an edge piece that needs to be solved, turn the cube like this and do it again. Just make sure on the right slice, one piece is solved. Okay? If the piece below it is solved too, you're gonna turn your cube to make sure that basically this piece is solved and this piece isn't solved, like I have now. Solved and isn't solved. I'm about to run out of time. I'm sorry. Just make sure you have that position for the next part. I don't know when it's going to be coming out, but this is the Rubik's Revenge tutorial. Thanks for watching.